my meal prep video, I wanted to kind of go through some of the groceries that I bought this morning. Just so you can kind of see where my head's at whenever I go to the grocery store. Usually it's like thinking about the Little Debbie snacks. No, just kidding. I'm totally thinking about the wine. But I really just wanted to kind of show you everything that I get. And I think it's really important, as always, to be totally transparent. Full disclosure, I don't want you to think that I'm like buying all kale and bananas and all the lean meat ever and that's what I buy, because that's not true. And it's just not reality. Like, it's not real. How could you do that? Some people do. That's fine. I don't. So I want to kind of flip you around and I'm going to show you what I bought today. Okay, so I tried to kind of categorize everything as easily as I could. Yeah, you see that one back there. Okay, so I got 1.5 dozen of eggs because I boil those. I always crave eggs after I work out, so I always have some boiled eggs on hand. Some little cheap round steaks. 2 things of turkey meat. String cheese. I always love the string cheese for snack. Got my husband some Cheez-Its and some little baby Coca-Colas. Look how cute those are. Sometimes he just wants something different, not water or like a Gatorade. So why not get a little tiny Coke and satisfy that craving before you go drink a whole 2 liter because you've deprived yourself. Y'all know my philosophy on that. I got 3 packs of chicken. This thin chicken here is going to be for our fajita meal prep. So you'll be seeing that later. Then I got some Jimmy Dean turkey sausages. Morning Star spicy black bean burgers because those are delicious. And a Stouffer's lasagna. If I don't feel like cooking, I would much prefer to make this with a small salad than to actually like order out Italian food. So why not just have a little safety net in your freezer? Then I bought my husband some waffles. Obviously I went to the Lowe's food. And then I may eat these. I have some sugar-free syrup that is delicious. So just in case. Got my husband a Full Throttle. And then this is my Stokes. Can't even lie to you guys. Like, sometimes I do drink my decaf, but sometimes I just want a cold brew with some delicious creamer, and Stokes is seriously the best. And it was on sale. Some black beans. Those will be for meal prep as well. Let me move these out of the way real quick. My Whitesides 000 yogurts. Y'all know I love these in my smoothies and just to eat. Some corn tortillas. And these are cute too. These are new, the little salad pockets. I've never used these before, but you know, I thought that they would be kind of convenient. And I do love my Joseph's flatbread and pitas, but that just seemed neat. I wanted to try those. Unsweetened vanilla almond milk. A bunch of frozen veggies. Now, I love fresh vegetables, but I also love to steam my own vegetables too, and the frozen ones are the best. And then I got 2 packs of cauliflower. I'm going to try to do some mashed cauliflower because that was a lot cheaper than actually buying like the Green Giant mashed cauliflower frozen heated up container, whatever you call it. Peppers, again, for meal prep. Carrots to dip my hummus. Some pickles because, well, they're delicious. And then some produce. Mushrooms, baby spinach, but those were on reduced sale. Grapes, because I am addicted to those. Onions, one of those will be for meal prep. One I always will just keep on hand. Same with tomatoes. I always buy onions and tomatoes because you just can always use those. Some Greek yogurt Caesar salad kits. That's what will probably go with that lasagna. And they're just so easy. And you can throw like chicken on them or anything. Some extremely unripe bananas. My grapes. And then a medium-sized seedless watermelon. So that is what I bought grocery shopping. Nothing fancy. Nothing too crazy. Spent a little over $100. And that'll be food at least for the week with a little extra. I have a few things in the freezer and in the fridge that I'll be using for meal prep. But other than that, that's what I buy. I mean, I'm not creative in the kitchen. I promise you that. So this is pretty much the standard shopping experience for me. That's pretty much it. All right, I'll see you in a little bit to meal prep. So, in an effort this week not to sound like a sexual Martha Stewart like I did last week, I am doing this voiceover while Kip is still at daycare. So I can say what I need to say at whatever octave I need to use, and it'll be okay. So, if you didn't catch it in the beginning, we're doing a deconstructed version of like a taco bowl, so to speak. Like, really, what I wanted this week was something with a lot of flavor and that was super easy to make. And anytime I feel that way, my go to is always Mexican inspired. So, the very first step really is to chop and dice all of your vegetables. So, I'm using bell peppers, onions, and mushrooms. Everything I bought was on sale at Lowe's, and that's really why I chose those three vegetables. The mushrooms are on reduced sale, so why not? And I like all three of those. If you don't really feel like grabbing fresh veggies, or you're not sure when you're going to make your meal, definitely grab the frozen ones. They have the fajita mix. They've got onions separately. They've got peppers separately. You can, kind of grab whatever flavors you want. It all works the same. It all cooks the same. And you can always add extra seasoning if you want it to be a little bit more. So the part that you didn't see was before I started chopping, I put my skillet over for the veggies and a separate skillet for the chicken. I went ahead and got them preheated with some olive oil in the veggie skillet. I'm cooking them separately because I want to weigh my chicken so that I can make sure I'm eating the right amount. And the veggies, they really don't matter on Weight Watchers. Those are 0. So my preheated veggie skillet, and I'm just dumping all of those in there and emptying out my bowl. I'm going to use the same bowl for my chicken, and we've got both burners on about a medium-high heat. So the chicken that I'm using is the thin sliced tenderloins. I'm really just taking a few of them and chopping them up about cube sized. I would say a quarter to half an inch. It really doesn't matter. It doesn't have to be pretty. It's all just going to kind of be married together anyway. So, if you don't want to get too fancy, you don't have to. Definitely one thing to remember though when you are cooking with chicken is just to wash your hands. Keep some Clorox wipes with you too, because sometimes, like you can tell, I spill the chicken on the counter and I want to make sure I clean it up. So I'm going to grab my bowl with my chicken in it and put all the taco seasoning, like all of it. I put a ton. And a little bit of salt and pepper, zhuzh it up together, and then put a little bit more if you need to. I've also went ahead and stirred and kind of scooted around my veggies so that they're getting cooked evenly. I really just cook my veggies until they're almost burnt on the bottom. Like, that's my favorite part of the fajita is the burnt onions. And then I'm just going to push my chicken around a little bit. So with those two things on the stove cooking, I'm going to go ahead and open 2 cans of just plain black beans. And what I prefer to do is to strain them and then run some water over them. And I just use like cool tap water just to get all of that like slimy gunky part off. Like, I really don't know what that is. I don't know if it's any better for you or if it's any worse for you. I just prefer them to be clean. And then once I get all of it rinsed off, and you can kind of see there how the water starts to turn clear, I go ahead and line just a Tupperware bowl or a big bowl that you have with some paper towels and set my beans in there just to kind of hang out and dry. So still have my chicken and my veggies over there cooking. I'm going to fill up 4 2-ounce ramekin containers, like little to-go containers of salsa. I do this for myself, but not for Brandon because he drives and eats sometimes at the same time. I don't know if I should have told y'all that or not, but he really doesn't have time to mess with all that. But I do. So my chicken and my veggies are done, but before I plate them and get them all together, I want them to completely cool off. I really don't want to handle them hot because I'm going to have to weigh and measure and do all of that, and I really just don't want to burn my hands off. So after about 20 minutes, they should be pretty cold, and I'm going to go ahead and get my scale. So if you're really serious about, losing weight or gaining muscle or losing fat and gaining muscle or whatever your goals are, if you want to really know and be sure of what you're putting in your body, you need to weigh it. Like, you need to get you a food scale, you need to get some measuring cups, and you need to weigh your stuff out. So I've got 4 containers, and those are ones from Amazon. I'll put the link in the description box for you. I'm going to do 4 days for me, and then I'm going to make 2 days for Brandon, which he needs more calories, so he'll get more than the 2 ounces of chicken that I'm measuring out for myself. So 2 ounces of chicken, a fourth of a cup of black beans, and a hearty fourth of a cup of the vegetables. Like, you'll see when I scoop it, I really scoop those in there. Because those are 0 points. Like, there's no need for me not to have extra. And if I'm not hungry, I just won't eat it. And it's that simple, guys. That is our deconstructed fajita meal prep. I hope you enjoy it as much as I do, and I'll leave all of the ingredients and the recipe down below in the description box. Thanks for watching.